fields around me, where there's nothing but the breeze and the great unknown. Leave your worries and your suitcase. All you don't need, nothing but you. So don't throw your hopes down a wishing well. It's your heart's desire carry you. Come and sail with me to the open ocean, where you don't have to dream because there's you. Nothing around us, just flames in the fire, and through the night that burn like me.
Alright guys, so I'm super excited about this video. We converted a step van, which is like, how big of a box?
The box is 22 feet long by 8 feet wide on the exterior.
Yeah, so like way too massive. I never drove it, like that just freaked me out. We renovated this when we were dating and we worked on it during the course of us being engaged.
That's our pig.
Yeah, that's our pig messing with our tripod.
Okers.
Okers! Get over here. No. We renovated this so we could live in it once we were married. And we weren't necessarily like, oh, let's do the van life or let's live off grid. It just kind of
Wow.
like, what?
Hold the phone. I bought the van before I met my wife. Yeah, one of the main conversation pieces was, hey, check out this van I bought.
Oh, yeah. ... When we talked, I kind of originally shut you down. I remember when you showed me the tour the first time, like, oh, we should live in this. That was kind of like...
So one of the big things was winter was coming. When we started our build, it was like fall. Like
Yeah.
middle of fall to late fall. And one of the main things was we wanted it to be warm enough to use in the winter, or there'd be no point in us building it.
Yeah.
So that was a big push, and there's a lot of snowy days. And
Oh gosh, I remember you're like, let's not even do insulation, like it's gonna make the place smaller. I'm like, no, we have to do insulation. Like, I don't know.
I think that was windows. We get this thing up regularly to like 160 plus degrees, and the rocks are just steaming, and it's amazing.
Alright, so this here is our shower system. This is a feature that we had added on. This would have been just like total glamping if we had this while we were living in here. But unfortunately that wasn't the case. But it's a pretty awesome little feature here. We had mounted this at a height where you could access this while you're standing outside, or if you wanted to shower within the sauna. So this has the ability to put out hot water for you if you plug it into propane. So that is pretty cool. And then if you look over here, it has its own pump system right here mounted to the wall. All you do is flip the switch and it starts running. So this hose is where the water comes through, and we just have an access point where this can slide right through. So that can slide right through the floor of the van, and you can have your water holding tank outside, or if you're just using an interior, you can have your water inside here if you want, for whatever reason. Is this running off the battery system? No, this is completely operating on its own. It's hooked up to the van battery? Yeah. Okay, so this is hooked up to the van battery. I didn't know that. You don't need to run the generator or anything to use it, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's go. Okay, so this is our sauna, which I am pretty excited about. The fact that we were able to incorporate this in our build was just awesome. I totally did not think of it. You actually thought of it, so...
Well, yeah, the cool part about it, though, is I really didn't think about it as far as using it for a shower. And, like, when I realized that you can do all your cleaning and your showering and everything, as long as you built a waterproof floor, which we did. I don't know if you noticed when you walked in. then you pretty much had your bathing situation figured out, like in a dry situation. You know, you just have like a little bucket of water and good to go.
Because you can just splash your water right on this floor. And if you have the stove going, it'll dry up. And I guess if you don't have the stove going, it obviously won't dry up that fast. So you'd have to just like take a towel to it or something. So we put these drains here and here underneath the sauna bench. So as long as you are parked level, you have a place for the water to kind of evacuate out of here. The stove here, we feed from this end. Just right in there.
Not much to look at.
And then just you adjust the draft as needed. Insulated pipe through the ceiling, and then our smoke comes out the rooftop. So.
Yep, and we insulated the entire interior of the sauna.
Yeah, and we have Velcro right here because we actually put up a vinyl sheet which keeps like the heat and the moisture from escaping into the remaining of the living quarters. So that is actually kind of a lifesaver with the sauna here. It kind of really encapsulates the heat and keeps it from really heating up that other space.
Right, and it's nice because it's got a magnetic entry like through the plastic. So
yeah,
it
so you
right
can
up.
just like come right through the center and it's like a magnet. So
right.
It's a pretty cool feature. Next scene, living area, folks. We added on this second couch. We hadn't had this finished off while we were living in here, but we now finally do. And underneath both of these couches, it's actually empty space and you can use it for storage. Right now, we just have a portable toilet. You can use it for storing in here, or you can actually do your business here if you wanted to. What's kind of nice is you have this sauna room that's only going to be utilized while you're showering. So you could very easily just move your toilet to the sauna if you wanted privacy. So that's kind of a nice added feature, but then you have a place to put it away if you want to. I had made these cushions, both of these. I really just followed something on YouTube. I'm like no professional sewer, but it was kind of a fun little project to try and tackle. And then I'm pretty excited about what we were able to do for these walls. We had torn down a barn. This was all part of like the 1 month building process of us trying to build this van. We had torn down this barn of my sister's and used this to panel the wall, which was amazing because one, it saved us like a ton of money if we were to have to purchase some kind of material for that. So that made the build a lot cheaper for us.
Notice over here the name of the actual mill that the wood came from.
And then we have these LED strip lighting, which is dimmable. So we added in these LED lights. This is also something we had recently added in, and we had inset it into the trim. That way when you're looking at it, it's not just glaring in your eyes. I think it just has a nicer look in general. It's perfect evening lighting because these light fixtures are actually pretty bright and there's no way to adjust the lighting on them. So I am pretty happy that we added this on so we have a nice, comfortable evening light for hanging out. Sayla! Yeah. So this is our other bench. Underneath here, I just have some blankets stored right now. So the lower panels, we just did this corrugated metal. And we wanted it to have a little bit more of an aged look because if you buy it brand new, it's pretty shiny. Do you remember what we did? Honestly, I don't remember what we did to make it look aged.
We used drain cleaner and salt to kind of get the speckling.
Okay.
And then water to sit on it over time. And then you could play around with other stuff like steel wool on it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
like I remember.
We didn't get too fancy.
Yeah, there's different methods to it, but
the key was we had to grind off that clear coating.
Okay, and then we had a little bit of the extra corrugated metal, and we really needed storage for our kitchen. So I had built this little kitchen pantry area, and then right next to that we have our kitchen propane cook stove, and I also built this kitchenette here, which is just a couple shelves, and that was able to store just our utensils and everything. We have a max air fan installed in the ceiling of our van. We have it just right within our kitchen area to help ventilate, and it is remote powered, so we can use it or control it while we're in bed or just moving about here.
Oh yeah, let me go cool off. Fun fact about Australian Shepherd puppies, they love the high ground. They will always try to get to the highest point. So, okay. So our kitchen is pretty simple. We have water pump right underneath. It's a 6-gallon water pump. All I do is I put my foot right here.
Can you actually turn that fan off?
See that? Water's coming in. So, super basic design.
Show them how high the pressure can be. So yeah, it can just really flow out.
So what's nice is, if I'm curious whether we're low on battery or something like that, instead of going out to the front, I can just flip this on and we can check, you know, what the voltage is reading on the battery, whether it's charged, whether it's doing well. So there's that. Alright, so this is where we put a Murphy bed in place, because quite frankly, all the videos we've seen for conversion vans, the bed just takes up a ton of space if it's not tucked away.
Yeah.
And you have like a hard way to, or a hard time finding a clear path through your build. And eventually, the thoughts were that we would put like almost like a table office desk or something on this Murphy bed that would flop down, and then we'd be able to like work on it, and we'd have like some folding chair or something back here.
Yep.
But that never got built. Future ideas for future owner.
Yep.
But anyways, this Murphy bed is a twin size. It's the only one we could get in here because anything bigger than that would be too long. So twin size is actually a little bit wider. Or no, sorry, it's full size. I totally said that wrong. So as you can see, not a lot of room when it's down.
Yeah, I mean, you can see in general, like, how much a bed just closes in this space. It makes it difficult to pass through to the front cab. So, and also what's nice about this is it comes with a strap, so you can keep your blankets and everything just strapped to the mattress, and you can just fold the bed right up and tuck away your bedding along with the bed.
Yep. Alright, here is our collection of electrical stuff. Very technical. This is our converter charger right here. Okay. And this is our charge controller. That goes straight from the solar panel down to the battery. Charge controller. We've got, where did it plug? Way down over here. Boop. That plugs into the generator when I want to charge, or shore power, whichever. Or they're both shore power. So underneath here is the 2 batteries, 950 cranking amps each. 31A is the size of the battery. They're basically commercial farm tractor grade batteries that are used for, you know, starting and running farm equipment and large commercial equipment. What I researched, can I use a regular battery for starting cars, or do I need this deep cycle battery so that, you know, it doesn't get all gummed up on the plates and stuff like that? What I found was the main difference between deep cycle and regular, which I'm missing the whatever the heck you actually call a regular battery, but basically deep cycle has thicker lead plates, and those thicker lead plates allow it to be charged and discharged multiple times, but it doesn't allow them to be charged and discharged quickly, right? So with these batteries, they're able to charge and discharge quickly because they're thinner plates. But looking at it, I felt that, okay, it's a heavy duty built battery, so more likely than not, these plates aren't going to be, you know, very cheap. They're not going to like short the people that are using these batteries with really thin, cheap plates. So we found that thicker lead plates might be a possibility with these batteries. So we hooked this up and we've been running it ever since, and it's been doing just fine. So, I mean, time will tell, obviously, whether we need to switch over to a different battery bank system. But as for what we've seen, the electricity can be running all throughout the day. The solar's charging the batteries. I can have the van, or the actual, you know, the MT45, the Freightliner here, running, and I can have the generator running, charging through the converter, and I can have the solar charge controller working, all three at the same time, monitoring and charging the battery as it needs without any overheating issues, overcharging, backfeed, or any of that stuff. So it's been working just fine. We'll do this follow-up video if there's an issue. And right here, this is our diesel Cummins engine, 5.9 liter. And the transmission is an Allison transmission, so those are two like kind of desirable features to be working in tandem. She purrs, does really well. It's kind of fun to drive, not gonna lie. If you noticed, we had like a ton of different animals in this video. If you follow us and check out other videos, we are kind of a farm. Getting started with goats and one free-range pig at the moment.
For now.
Yeah, we'll see. Tried eating one of the puppies earlier, so
yeah.
We might be fixing that situation. But he's cute.
Well, if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. We will have more videos coming out here for you guys. If you guys have any questions about this build or the process, just ask away. We're more than happy to fill you guys in or help inform you guys if you're looking towards doing a little van build. We'll definitely be having some more like random alternative structures, cheap builds, anything.
Oh, and comment ideas below. Like
anything,
if you got cool random ideas for structures or something that I haven't heard of yet. Or... There you go. Okay, ready? Ready?
Right off the tee. Is that it?